A warm hello and welcome. I'm Coach Ray, your go-to for narration and conversations on topics that keep you alive and well-ish. Join me for practical tips, expert insight, and motivational stories that help you build a better life. Thank you for joining me today as we're going to discuss the topic of educational interventions for burnout. You may notice that my office and equipment are making incremental improvements. I've been working on a lot of projects lately, which is a great segue into this topic. The article I'm about to read you is one that I wrote, and I'll link the original blog post below. It's titled, Beyond Burnout, the Power of Educational Interventions. Now, without further ado, let's dive in. Books have been written, studies have been done, and articles are circulating in mass. Burnout is a buzzword these days, and whether you've experienced it firsthand or are actively trying to avoid it, burnout can hit anyone. The mental and emotional toll of burnout is especially tough on the kind souls in caregiving roles, who often face the dual challenges of empathy fatigue and secondary trauma. Recognizing these formidable challenges and arming the weary warrior with targeted educational strategies is more than just an important step. It's essential for individual and societal well-being. Only through this understanding and support can we forge a healthier, more resilient workforce, ready to face the trials of their professional journey with renewed strength and unbreakable hope for a better future. Drudgery is tedious, monotonous, and often physically or mentally exhausting work. When employees feel that their jobs are devoid of meaning or stimulating challenges, it can sap motivation and lead to burnout. Empathy fatigue is a form of emotional exhaustion that arises from the constant demand to empathize with others' suffering. It's common among healthcare workers, social workers, teachers, and others in helping professions. This state of emotional depletion can severely impact one's ability to function effectively at work and beyond. Secondary trauma occurs when individuals are directly exposed to traumatic events through their work. While they are not the direct victims, repeatedly hearing about or witnessing others' trauma can lead to symptoms similar to those of post-traumatic stress disorder. Employees experiencing drudgery, empathy fatigue, or secondary trauma may exhibit signs such as chronic exhaustion or reduced energy levels, decreased job satisfaction and motivation, increased absenteeism and turnover, cognitive impairment or difficulty concentrating, emotional numbness or heightened sensitivity, physical symptoms such as headaches or gastrointestinal issues. These symptoms not only affect the individual, but can also have a ripple effect, compromising team dynamics, productivity, and overall organizational health. You may have read that and gone, what? Pedagogy is, in simple terms, another word for education. A pedagogical intervention is a targeted educational strategy or action plan designed to address specific learning needs, challenges, or goals to improve the learned outcomes and enhance the overall learning experience. To alleviate the impacts of drudgery, empathy fatigue, and secondary trauma, organizations can implement pedagogical strategies that foster resilience and well-being, ensuring these interventions do not further strain already limited resources. Strategy number 1, promote continuous learning and development. Encourage employees by providing funding and/or paid time off to engage in professional development opportunities. This could include workshops, courses, or conferences that not only enhance their skills, but also reignite their passion for work. Introduce job rotation or cross-training programs to break the monotony and provide employees with new challenges and perspectives. Strategy number 2, implement reflective practice. Create regular opportunities for employees to reflect on their experiences and emotions. This can be facilitated through peer support groups or supervision sessions. Encourage mindfulness practices that help employees stay grounded and manage stress more effectively. Strategy number 3, foster a supportive work environment. Develop a culture of open communication where employees feel safe to express their struggles without fear of judgment or reprisal. Provide access to counseling services or employee assistant programs to offer professional support for those dealing with emotional and psychological strain. Strategy number 4, encourage work-life balance. Promote policies that support flexible working hours, remote work, and adequate time off to help employees recharge. Encourage taking regular breaks during the workday and vacations to prevent burnout. Strategy number 5, provide training on empathy and trauma management. Offer training sessions on recognizing the signs of empathy fatigue and secondary trauma, as well as effective coping mechanisms. Equip managers with the skills to identify and address these issues within their teams, fostering a more empathetic and supportive leadership style. And strategy number 6, build a community of practice. Create networks or communities where employees can share their experiences, challenges, and strategies for managing their work-related stress. Facilitate mentorship programs and pair experienced employees with newer ones to provide guidance and support. Recognizing and addressing the challenges of drudgery, empathy fatigue, and secondary trauma requires a multifaceted approach. While an individual care plan may be necessary for some, implementing targeted educational strategies on a larger scale can provide a foundation of support for those we rely on most. Prioritizing the mental and emotional health of employees is not just a compassionate choice, but a strategic one. If you want to have and be a part of a thriving and dedicated workforce, take the time to invest in the best pedagogical strategies for your team. We are all capable of navigating complex roles indefinitely with resilience and grace. Just take care. You just listened to me read the blog post that I wrote titled Beyond Burnout, the Power of Educational Interventions. And while a majority of the article was from the perspective of how to support an employer, as an employee, you can share these strategies with your employer and ask them if there's any resources or available support for you if you're navigating some of this burnout, drudgery, empathy fatigue, or secondary trauma. I meant it when I said to just take care. It's very important for you to do assessments of your mental and physical health as you're navigating your career. If you find that it's having a negative impact on your life, maybe do one of those life assessments from the article that I wrote on how to suffer effectively. I'll also link that below, just in case. Remember, all of this is not about reaching a destination. It's about enjoying the beautiful messiness of life and finding joy along the way. Please take what you need from this, leave the rest, and until next time, stay well.